why Revenge of the Sith worked, but the Phantom Menace did not. Alright, look, I love Star Wars, but let's be honest, not every Star Wars movie hits the same. Episode 3, peak cinema. Episode 1, well, pod racing and taxes. One made me emotional, the other made me Google, what's a trade blockade? So today we're breaking down why Revenge of the Sith worked and the Phantom Menace did not. And don't worry, this isn't one of those hate videos. We're just going to be honest, have some fun, and maybe roast Jar Jar a little. Let's get into it. Revenge of the Sith actually has feelings. You can actually feel Episode 3. Like, you can tell stuff matters. When Anakin starts losing it, when Obi-Wan says, "You were my brother," it hurts. Even if you've seen it 100 times, that scene still punches you harder than Darth Vader's breathing. In the Phantom Menace, the emotion just isn't really there. It's fun and looks cool, but no one seems that stressed. Like, Anakin's about to leave his mom forever, and he's just like, bye, and hops on a spaceship. Episode 3 actually digs into fear, love, and betrayal, real heavy stuff. That's what makes it work. Episode 3 actually focuses on one story. Episode 1 feels like a bunch of side quests stacked together. Pod racing, Senate meetings, Gungans, a random space battle, and then suddenly Darth Maul's like, hey, I'm here too. It's fun, but kinda all over the place. Revenge of the Sith, though, sticks to one main story, Anakin's fall. Everything connects to that. The war, the politics, the friendships, all of it points towards him becoming Darth Vader. It feels like one big movie instead of a bunch of mini ones taped together. The stakes actually mean something. In the Phantom Menace, when the heroes win, it's like, yay, Naboo! But you kinda don't care. Everything goes back to normal. No damage, no sadness, just another parade. But in Revenge of the Sith, oh, it hurts. People die. The galaxy literally changes forever. The Jedi are gone, Anakin turns into Vader, Padme dies, and Palpatine's like, I am the Senate. You walk out of that movie and it actually stays with you. It feels final, not just like another mission completed. The writing doesn't sound like robots talking. Okay, both prequels have some awkward lines. Episode 3's dialogue feels way
I don't like sand.
Anakin sounds like an actual person instead of a droid reading poetry. Obi-Wan has personality, Palpatine has charm, and even the love scenes are slightly less painful. Meanwhile, in Phantom Menace, half the time people are talking about trade routes or the Naboo system, like I'm supposed to know what that means. Episode 3 gives us real emotions, not meetings that sound like clanker talk. The pacing actually feels like a movie. Episode 1 kinda drags sometimes. You'll have 10 minutes of politics, then suddenly you're in a pod race for half an hour. It's fun, but it feels like the movie's just vibing instead of going somewhere. Episode 3 starts fast and keeps building. From the opening space battle to Order 66 to the final duel, it keeps you locked in. It never feels slow, and every scene connects to the next. It's not just action, it's momentum. The fights actually mean something. The fights in Episode 3 are personal. Anakin vs. Obi-Wan isn't just cool choreography, it's a full emotional breakdown. You're watching a friendship die. Even Yoda vs. Sidious has meaning. It's literally good versus evil, light versus dark, thrown into a Senate chamber. In Phantom Menace, the fights are sure fun to watch, and Duel of the Fates is legendary, but you don't really care who wins. You just think, wow, this looks awesome. Episode 3's fight hits because they mean something beyond lightsabers. The tone actually fits the story. Episode 1 doesn't know what it wants to be. Sometimes it's a kids movie, sometimes it's political sci-fi, sometimes it's slapstick comedy. You can't go from Jar Jar tripping over himself to Darth Maul slicing Jedi in half and expecting it to blend. Episode 3 knows exactly what it is. It's a tragedy. It's serious, dark, and emotional, but still full of Star Wars energy. No forced humor, no tonal whiplash, just pure story. The ending actually feels like an ending. Episode 1 ends with fireworks and smiling Gungans. Cool, but that's it. Nothing really changes. Episode 3's ending, you get Luke and Leia's birth, Padme's death, Anakin becoming Darth Vader, and the Republic turning into the Empire. It wraps up everything while leading perfectly into Episode 4. It feels earned, like the end of a saga, not just a random chapter. Outro. So, yeah, Episode 3 just nailed it. It had emotion, focus, real stakes, and characters who actually felt alive. Episode 1 isn't terrible. It set up some cool stuff, but Episode 3 is where everything finally clicks. It's the one that made the prequels worth it. And honestly, it still holds up. Anyway, let me know in the comments, what's your favorite prequel moment? And if you say Jar Jar Binks' Senate speech, I'm blocking you from my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the video.